Good morning, everyone. My name is Mukta Ghawde, and today I am going to present the topic I have studied for my research paper activity under Employability Skills and Mini Project. The topic for my research paper activity is Wearable Devices for Precision Medicine and Health State Monitoring. The goal of precision medicine is to target the right treatment to the right patients at the right time. Wearable technologies plays an important role in advancing precision medicine by enabling measurement of clinically relevant parameters describing an individual's health state. So these are the factors that influence measurement of several biosignals. Those are heart rate, respiration rate, blood pressure, temperature, physical activity, sweat, and emotion. So moving on, the first parameter is heart rate. The heart is a biomechanical organ pumping blood around the vascular system to supply nutrients and remove waste products from other organs. Heart rate is dependent on the physical activity level. Therefore, heart rate is a physiological indicator of health state. So now moving on, let us see some wearable devices for measurement of heart rate. The first one is photoplethysmography, that is PPG. The main advantage of PPG sensor is convenience and variability. Devices can be worn on wrist or earlobe with integrated wireless transmission. The second one is electrocardiogram, that is ECG. ECG is generally more accurate than PPG for wearable heart rate monitoring since signal to noise ratio is generally large. The third one is impedance cardiogram, that is ICG. ICG can measure several parameters associated with cardiovascular functions but cannot match PPG and PPG for convenience or ECG for accuracy. Uh, ICG are worn on the chest, waist, or neck. Moving on, the second parameter is respiration. Respiration rate is one of the four main vital signals and is usually measured by counting the number of chest expansion contraction cycles per minute. Exercise or exertion increases the demand for oxygen and hence increases respiration rate. Measurement of respiration rate are based on detection of the expansion and contraction of the chest and abdomen during breathing or measurement of airflow rate from the nose or mouth. So now these are the wearable devices for measurement of respiration rate. First one is spirometry. Spirometers measure the speed of the airflow using ultrasonic transducers or the pressure difference in the mask. Um, the second one is respiratory inductance plethysmography, that is RIP. RIP measures changes in the magnetic field induced in the wire loop resulting from the expansion and contraction associated with inhalation and exhalation. Respiration, uh, the third one is photoplethysmography, that is PPG. Respiration rate can be measured from the PPG signal from a pulse oximeter using an appropriate algorithm. Now moving on, third parameter is blood pressure. Blood pressure detection relies on the transduc- transduction of acoustic, mechanical, or optical signals. The most direct method for measuring blood pressure is to insert a strain gauge into an artery. However, it is not practical for a wearable device. Blood pressure is a physiological indicator of cardiovascular risk. These are the wearable devices for measurement of blood pressure. The first one is oscillometric blood pressure. Variable oscillometric measurement devices include multiple components: air bladder cuff, pump, valves, pressure sensors, power supply, and a display or electronic wireless transmission of data. The devices are usually worn on upper arm, wrist, or finger. Wearable oscillometric devices require numerous components and hence are not convenient for long-term monitoring. The second one is pulse transit time, that is PTT. The PTT method is based on the pulse wave velocity principle and relies on the fact that the velocity of a pressure pulse along the arteries tree depend on several factors including blood pressure. The PTT is often implemented using an ECG chest harness and a finger-type optical PPG sensor. So moving on, the fourth one is temperature. Core temperature is usually measured orally or rectally using either a glass thermometer or an electronic thermistor probe with an LCD. Rectal readings are generally 0.5 to 0.7 Fahrenheit higher than oral readings. Most wearable devices for skin or surface temperature measurement are thermistor based, which have high sensitivity at ambient temperatures. So now these are some wearable sensors for temperature measurement, that are infrared thermopile sensors, smart capsules, and smartphone based infrared cameras. Now we moving on. Fifth one is physical activity. Physical activity is defined as any body movement produced by the musculoskeletal system that requires energy expenditure. Monitoring physical activity is important in hospital settings where promoting mobility can improve outcomes and reduce readmi- readmission rates. Variable activity sensors with accelerometer use piezoresistive, piezoelectric, or capacitive sensing elements to convert motion to an electric signal. Portable calorimeters connected to a face mask allows measurement outside the laboratory but are not easily adaptable to wearable technologies. So moving on, there are two other parameters uh, that influence the measurement of biosignals, that are sweat and emotions. The first one we will see the sweat. There are more than 2.5 million glands throughout the body that control secretion of sweat, with the highest density on the sole, forehead, and palms. Wearable titration sensors have been reported but require subsequent analysis on a separate instrument. Wearable conductivity sensors are readily miniaturized but are not chloride specific. Potentiometric measurements rely on the relationship between the ion concentration and the electrochemical potential of an electrode. So now the second one is emotional health state. Emotions are brief, consistent, verbal, physiological, behavioral, and neutral responses to internal, external events that may manifested as depression, anxiety, stress, sleep disorders, loss of appetite, changes in activity and sleep patterns. Chemical analysis of saliva and blood are widely used to measure stress and other factors. Physical assessment of emotion has largely focused on eye blinking and pupil dilation. More recently, remote video monitoring has been used to analyze body language, gesture, and activity. So now I would like to conclude this by saying that we reviewed the methods of signal transduction and measurement modalities that the top candidates for on-body measurement of heart rate, respiration rate, blood pressure, temperature, physical activity, sweat and emotion. We reviewed the relevant physiology and discussed the technical issues associated with measurement of these parameters. Uh, we reviewed the comprehensive components of the design consideration for measurement of important parameters using wearable technology. So this comes to the end of my presentation. Thank you so much.